We begin with news tonight that Cabinet has approved over $27 million in increased funding for hosting of Carnival celebrations this year. This includes more money for pan players, the kings and queens of Carnival, as well as Calypso Monarch. Minister of Arts and Multiculturalism, Dr. Lincoln Douglas, says government will also continue its funding for regional carnivals. NICOLE DOOKIE has more.
The Cabinet met and has approved additional funding for the support and the improvement of Carnival.
This was the announcement made by Minister of Arts and Multiculturalism, Dr. Lincoln Douglas, at Thursday's post-Cabinet media briefing. He stated that this year's Dimanche Gras show would be different to previous years. According to Minister Douglas, this would cost approximately $2.5 million.
The competition elements of Dimanche Gras have been removed. In place will be a show production that will captivate audience and display the creativity and theatre. It will trace the history of Carnival and showcase elements of Carnival. Minister
Douglas noted that funding for regional Carnival and Calypso tents will be continued.
We continue to support the Carnival in a lot of the various areas. We can't do every area every year, but we will continue to rotate. We started with Brazil this year, Brazil Village, which is south of Arima, and this year you will see other regional carnivals support in some of the corporations, Aruca, Siparia, Central, and Deep South.
He said a contractual document is being formulated for the winners of the competition to give back to the government and the national community.
This year, one of the things that we'll be doing, we'll be developing a sort of contractual reciprocity document that, because we feel that if the state contributes to these things, the artists and the people who win should have some kind of commitment to the state in terms of representation. So there will be some level of reciprocity, meaning representation.
The Arts and Multiculturalism Minister said these are some of government's plans to make Carnival celebrations more attractive. He revealed that a redesigned Carnival village will be opened at the Queen's Park Savannah in 2 weeks' time. NICOLE DOOKIE, C News.
Let's start off with a bang as the Trinidad and Tobago cricketers, well, they secured safe passage, that is, through to the finals of the Caribbean T20 tournament. Well, that's following another clinically efficient display in beating Barbados in St. Lucia last evening. As RUSKIN Mark points out, after the bowlers stifled the Bajan bats, restricting them to just 101 for 6 in their 20 overs, TNT dropped the hammer and found the Bajans wanting.
Winning the toss and batting, Barbados showed no serious attacking intent and meandered painfully along against some steady TNT bowling, losing key wickets along the way. A reshuffled batting order failed to improve Barbados' start. Dorridge, promoted to number 3, joined Justin Braffett to add 39 for the second wicket, with both batsmen looking to play positively. The left-handed Braffett hit 3 fours and a 6 over long on off Sunil Narayan in the off-spinner's first over, while Dorridge counted 2 fours. However, the partnership consumed 46 deliveries and built pressure, resulting in Braffett's run-out in the 9th over, looking for a non-existent single with an alert Bravo lurking. And with just 8 runs added, Dorridge followed when he squirted Narayan to Darren Bravo at point. Captain Dwayne Smith didded 14 balls over 7 before providing Emirates with his first wicket, adjudged LBW in the 15th over at 59 for 4. The left-handed Kyle Myers skied to wicketkeeper Dinesh Ramdin 3 balls later to fall for 4 with 5 runs added. With Barbados floundering, Nurse came to his side's aid, hitting 2 fours and a 6 in a brisk 19-ball knock, eking precious runs out at the death as they reached a meager 101 for 6 in their 20 overs. Man of the match, medium pacer Riyad Emirates claimed 2 for 14 from 4 frugal overs, with leg spinner Samuel Badri also strangling the Barbadian batsman with 4 mean overs that yielded just 15 runs. Barbados were always up against it, and Simmons and Lewis ensured there was no early loss of wickets. Simmons rubbed salt into the wounds when he launched a robust assault and slammed the door on them. He and Evan Lewis went after the Bajan bowlers and ill-treated them as they scored at 11 runs and over to begin with. Simmons moved swiftly along as the runs flowed at both ends, striking 4 fours and 2 sixes in his 36. Eventually, the Bajans accounted for Simmons as he miscued 1. But Darren Bravo is the man in form, and he stroked a couple sumptuous drives to whet the fans' appetite. Unfortunately, he departed without getting into full gear. Then, Dwayne Smith added insanity to proceedings with this bit of bush cricket. An already simmering match almost boiled over with Bravo's dismissal, which was within the rules but way outside the spirit of the gentleman's game. He did offer an apology to Bravo, which was duly accepted later. It hardly mattered though, as TNT was well on course for victory, and it came in due course as Lewis and Pollard also fell en route to TNT, reaching 102 for 5 to win by 5 wickets and climb to an unassailable 21 points and through to Sunday's final. Ruskin Mark, C Sports.